Who is responsible for these baby falters on the Avengers? Describe your favorite Marvel film in the worst possible way. Surgery Man gets spiritual. Ex-convict plays with ants. No one. Marvel Studio posters. I just heard a kid say, your mom is so fat, Thanos had to snap twice. The youth are in good hands. Doctor Strange 2016 end credits is really something. Please drive responsibly. There is nothing cuter than Steve Rogers hiding his whole body behind his shield. They deserve some recognition too. Stunt doubles are heroes. This is literally both Guardians of the Galaxy movies. A villain who trained like hell for 500 years. The power of friendship and flashback memories. Pulls hair, bites. Master assassins at their finest, everyone. Millie Bobby Brown has admitted she has never seen a Marvel film as she prefers real stuff. Marvel admits that they will never cast Millie Bobby Brown as they prefer real actors. Character who is doomed by the narrative but essentially responds to it by going, nuh-uh. Thinking about the time Tony Stark hacked the US government in front of their faces. Quarantine King, he was truly ahead of his time. What the hell, how the hell? Peter not only lost a father figure, but also his mind. Thunderstorms are very common in Australia, so I guess Chris Hemsworth was really destined to play the God of Thunder. My life in 2 pictures. I think I did okay. Explosion. Peter Parker may be able to nearly take off Thanos' gauntlet, but he still cannot take a decent photo. Mark Ruffalo, what do you have to say about these photos? They no longer have wallets. Most powerful magic users. Only one of these characters survived Thanos. I love how instead of saying actor, the banner says Captain America. Like, yep, this man is Captain America in real life, bros. Who are you? No one seems to grasp the concept of a mask. Mind the fourth wall. When Spider-Man is Deadpool, for a moment, the fact he really thought Loki had turned into a piece of paper. Steve really didn't understand modern technology, did he? First, he tried to hear Tony's heartbeat through his armor, and then tried to choke a robot. What are some of the dumbest decisions made by characters in the MCU? Spider-Man brought 6 supervillains to his condo and tried to cure them. The next Spider-Man movie better meet my expectations. The expectations. Spider-Man villain, Green Goblin's penthouse, up for grabs at 1.6 million. When dealing with your face masks while eating, do you pull it down past your chin, or do you pull it up to your nose like Spider-Man does when he eats? Everyone is asking how Electro is yellow, but the real question is, how the fuck does he have hair now? In Spider-Man 2002, Peter Parker says he needs a strong focus before jumping off a building. He lands on a Ford Focus, which goes undamaged. There hasn't been a day that I haven't thought about this comment. Chris Evans is kinda cute. Kinda. I'm a straight man, but if Chris Evans asked to meet me, I'm not hesitating. That dude is a masterpiece. I don't think you're straight. Eddie Brock is the dumbest man in the world, and I would die for him. Collecting I love you in different languages. I am Groot. All the animals swore their loyalty to Thor, an actual Disney princess. I can't believe they made an entire movie about a guy whose only power is to quickly identify any song just by hearing it. If you ever feel hopeless, just remember that Disney submitted Thor Love and Thunder for Best Visual Effects considerations for the Oscars. Why did they delete this scene? It's beautiful. This is exactly why Rodney can't have a solo film. It would be 5 minutes long because he's the only Avenger with actual brain cells. Just found this on Pinterest. It's the best thing ever. The entire Captain America trilogy summarized in one photo. Samuel L. Jackson is so adorable on Twitter. Look at these old people selfies. Finally, they added a man to the MCU Falling Squad. Paul Rudd has a little Ant-Man star. I admire Ryan Reynolds for voicing Pikachu, so he can make fun of himself for voicing Pikachu in Deadpool 3. Someone said these robots belong to Tony's variant, and it literally ruined my night because I don't want to see someone else play him. Thinking about one of the most beautiful Marvel scenes of all time, adult Groot really did that. The one time I wanted MCU to stay away from comic canon, and they pulled this. Marvel currently has this weird obsession of turning Doctor Strange evil, but I'm enjoying it. When you accidentally type smoking, smoking, coffin, smoking. Top 4 cursed photos of Vision that will forever haunt us all. The cutest scene in Avengers Endgame. I do some web design. I've been jogging. Superheroes subtly describing their powers. Tony, I don't give a damn. Stark, I am Iron Man. This guy got to see Spider-Man and now Shang-Chi in action. Okay, Shang-Chi, do a flip. His Peter Parker was so happy to be there. God, this is so cool. I always wanted, brothers. Doctor Strange, the only hero to defeat his opponent by making him rage quit. This man, Norman Osborn, woke up in a different universe and immediately started some drama and started ruining some kid's life. That's my goat. Steve was really out there admiring and drawing the Stark Tower and then called it ugly. What we saw versus what Lizzie saw. Give Lizzie an Oscar, please. She had to make out with a man who looked like a strawberry. We look like a couple here. A couple of best friends. The first Iron Man helmet helmet versus the last Iron Man helmet, when Spider-Man broke out of the most secure facility on the eastern seaboard with just a calculator and paper. You can buy 2 candles. This counts as 1. This guy is a guardian of the galaxy. I feel safer already. How to use vibranium. Lesson 1. A robot. A better robot. A meteor. A frisbee. Good old Hulk being hip and doing memes with the kiddos. Spider-Man fans, when they see Peter is living paycheck to paycheck, depressed and at the lowest point in his life with no one to turn to. I went to the gym and I lifted heavy stuff and I put it back down. And then I lifted it again and put it back down until I got tired. Chris Evans on getting in shape to play Captain America. This is complicated. Those moments where actors realize they've just looked directly into the camera. I desperately want an Avengers sitcom that's filmed exactly like The Office. Elizabeth and Chris looking expensive is the content I deserve. They look like rude rich siblings who are going to the funeral for the murder they committed. Marvel Studio needs to hire fans because this is art. Ha 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 ha. You're about to be killed by a tell me where your fucking boss is or you're going to die in 5 minutes. This is my favorite part. Marvel movies end credit scenes really are art. This is the one? Seriously? Choices were him or a tree. She's not wrong. Who is ready for this duo? Loki was in a permanent state of shock all throughout Ragnarok. When Marvel said the sun will shine on us again, they meant on them. She cheated on me, so I keyed her car. Bro cheated on Wolverine. They started by saving the city, and they ended up saving the universe. Friendly reminder that Steve Rogers led the Avengers into battle from the start to the very end. Ryan Reynolds reportedly taking over Stan Lee's cameos as Deadpool. Deadpool should be in every movie, putting up missing posters of Stan Lee. Over 10 years of character development. Please, no gang signs. These pictures all have one thing in common. Team Captain this, Team Iron Man that. Shut up and stand the Revengers. This man is born to be Iron Man. He looks exactly like what I had in mind when I created Tony Stark. God, RDJ looks like a little child when they're being hugged by their father. Remember when Bear Grylls got stung by bees in his face and looked just like Benadryl cabbage patch? The funniest part of Avengers Endgame was when Thanos hit Captain Marvel so hard he knocked her out of the movie. Shut the hell up. This makes my stomach hurt. Does Shuri have Nikes on? Ah yes, the 3 genders, girl, boy, and mischief. Nothing confuses me more than people who think Tony Stark is selfish. 5 years later, and Steve Rogers still has the same tank top. He has issues with letting things go. Lol, Thanos is messed up. Do you think the Avengers just watch the sky and go crazy and think, lol, not my problem I guess. Whatever this is, y'all have good luck though. But do you ever think about the fact that Thor wasn't even considered for the Avengers team? He just showed up to the party and everyone went along with it. You, trying to tell Thor he wasn't invited. When I was walking out of Captain Marvel, I overheard a little girl say, when I grow up, I want to glow just like her, to her dad, and her dad responded with, you already glow. And I just loved that moment so much. Me, kidnapping Chris Evans and forcing him to make another Captain America movie. Did Thanos really wipe half of the universe, or half of their universe? I am writing my novel in 5th person, so every sentence starts with, I heard from this guy who told somebody. The picture isn't loading, but please tell me it's Louise from Ant-Man. Our movie shows Strange dealing with the decisions he's made. He might regret how things ended with Christine. He still carries the torch for her. Next up, Marvel's new revealed villain. Tony Stark called me out once for playing Galaga, and embarrassed me really badly. That's why I decided to become a mass murderer. Remember when Haley Atwell wrote, my cap, and then Seb saw it and wrote, my cap, even bigger. Jake Lockie's driving gloves, having little moons on them, is so important and personal to me. He is literally so funny. Choking, give me the body, Mark. Take the body, take the body, take the body, Mark. Turns out you can still make masterpieces. I still can't believe this is a real scene in AOU. Look, say heart to Auntie Nat. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes when you have 1 HP and it's your turn in combat? Let's get this bread. These are the best MCU shows, by the way. Marvel said, suck it, losers. You will never know peace. Underrated scenes of the Iron Man trilogy that should have never been deleted. Honestly, I'm not entirely comfortable with this, and I never have been. Do I look weird? You look like you every day. You look like you have a hangover. Why celebrate my birth? Removes his arc reactor to save a boy. It was there all along. There's really no one in the works more excited about recreating the Spider-Man pointing meme than Andrew Garfield. Just look at him. San Francisco has never known peace. The MCU is dead after Endgame. Instead of comparing them, can we just admire how Carol and Wanda both messed up Thanos in Endgame? The my best friend is a superhero and I'm his biggest fan squad. The team we all deserve. A Bug's Life. Tobey and Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker, had the funniest interactions. Are you going to go into battle dressed as a cool youth pastor or you got your suit? Just realized FFH is the the only live-action Spider-Man movie. The final battle takes place during the day. I can't help but laugh at the process of his Iron Spidey mask coming off, watching a Marvel movie. What about post-credits scene? You already saw it. We have seen one. Yes. What about a second post-credits scene? Hey, remember when Peter Parker used to be this happy? Sometimes Pepper and Morgan wonder why Tony had this random picture framed in their house. She waits for him. She always does. The only parallel that matters. Domestic Avengers, I want you back. Thinking about the way Wanda and Vision both bite their thumbs when concentrating. Okay, but why does his reflection look like Loki? A falcon with a cap on its head. Why is no one talking about this? More importantly, why has no one drawn this? Tom is wearing the same clothes as Tobey Maguire did in Spider-Man 3. Imagine Doctor Strange opening a portal and you suddenly start hearing this song. This won't work, to be honest, but you can try. The power of Marvel fans. Spidray Nma does whatever a Spidray nah. I just realized that as of this year, Tom Holland has officially played the character of Peter Parker in more movies than any other actor. He calls himself Dr. Octopus, but he can't even breathe underwater. The Winter Soldier is also known as the Soft Soldier. Remember Bubble Boy? This is him now. Feel old yet? Daily reminder, the 3 kids became ashes. Marvel said, screw them kids. The I hate Tony because I wish I was Tony club. Legendary. Current state of distress. Paul Rudd's dog. Marvel Studios. Buckle up because we're releasing 73 movies next year. Sony, go see Morbius. Go see Morbius again. Warner Bros. That girl's cancelled, by the way. It's been almost 20 years and I'm still mad that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man spent 3 movies whining about MJ when he had this cutie nearly serving herself on the same plate as a chocolate cake to him. My mom, I gave all of your old toys to your little cousins. 25-year-old me. Me, after every Marvel movie, waiting for the post-credits scene when all the people left. We don't trade lives, Vision. We don't trade lives, Captain. I'll trade these guys for half the universe. Pokemon Go is already more popular than Tinder. Another app where you swipe to find monsters in your area. That was awesome. Personally, I like the new Spider-Man game, but maybe I'm biased. This series makes no sense. I hate magic. I hate logic. Pick a side, Clint. Gosh, I love arrows. I am Groot. If anything, it's kind of your fault that I'm here. Ah, teenagers. The Holy Trinity. Which superhero is the best looking? Iron Man? Hemsworth. Did I say that way too quickly? Sebastian Stan plus Chris Evans, surprised by their own mildly gay responses. Seb looks so confused at his own answer. Thor. We don't have to break anything. Ultron. Clearly you've never made an omelette. You beat me by 1 second. Like father. Like Murderbot's son. Ah yes, the 4 Chris's. Hemsworth, Pratt, Evans, and Pine. Not gonna lie, I'm extremely proud of this tweet. I'm made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't have to be afraid, unless you're made of scissors. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg, and I'm kind of the leader in here. What the hell is this made out of? Vibranium? She's so proud of her own joke. It's amazing. I'm Agent that name with S.H.I.E.L.D. Know this, son of Cole. Thor totally thinks Philip's first name is Agent. He's not the only one. His first name is Agent. I had to go get my passport renewed at the DMV, and we didn't have any time, so I went on my lunch break as Peggy Carter. I don't know if it's legal that my passport picture is actually me as Peggy Carter. Why does Chris automatically make this face when he sees a camera? Hey Marvel, we heard about Tony Stark. As we know, the first thing you should do is listen in mission control for Avengers, we have a problem. But if he can't communicate, then we recommend grounds teams use always good to know NASA has your back. Failure is not an option. In the Marvel vs. DC crossover, it was established that Wonder Woman is in fact worthy of wielding the hammer of Thor, and then she put it down because she thought it would be unworthy of her to take advantage of its power. Wonder Woman's standards are higher than Majol. When Spider-Man uses my car as a springboard, but my Avengers auto insurance only covers Captain, Hulk, and Tony. Sorry ma'am, but that's covered by the Phase 3 package, which you declined. Time to make chimmy fucking changas. Excuse me, cue the music. You're probably thinking, this is a superhero movie, but that guy in the suit just turned the other guy into a fucking kebab. Deadpool, plus breaking the 4th wall. Cinderella, she's educated, she wants to read, but she's not really taken by Gaston. You're definitely Bella, great hair too. If you were a Disney princess, who would you be? Endgame is not the movie to go with anyone to watch, unless both of you have the same mission, only to actually watch the movie. Don't ask me any questions, don't hold my hand or rest on my chest. Thanos must die. Do you think we are playing here? The way all the different Spider-Mans perfectly fit an older brother, middle brother, youngest brother dynamic with each other can be so beneficial to someone's mental health, someone being me. I was playing the Spider-Man video game and decided to restart it. When I did, the game said, you have unlocked a new ability, and it was just Spider-Man getting a gun. The Marvel fandom after watching Endgame. Where do we go now that they're gone? The Avengers be like, we did it. it, we saved the city. They took the Spider-Man pointing meme to a whole new level. I feel like if the Avengers were real, we would really hate them. Watching Hulk throw your car at the villain and I miss this feeling. Oh, to walk out of a Marvel movie traumatized once more. The most logical argument in a Marvel movie. Why would you want to save the galaxy? Because I'm one of those idiots who live in it. I went to Comic-Con as Uncle Ben. The goal, die in front of as many Spider-Men as possible. No one ever questioned Peter Parker's photography skills. The most powerful Avengers and their best visuals. I love art. Someone did the dusted characters and it's really good. This is from a $200 million movie. Your depression does not make you any less worthy. I am still trying to figure out what Thanos was cooking. Spooderman is canon. Imagine drawing Spider-Man in MS Paint really poorly as a joke, and years later, it's in an official Spider-Man movie. Jarvis, how many guys is she talking to? Who allowed this? I was Groot. I thought I looked nice in my sweater, but my fiance said I looked like a retired member of the X-Men. But what if Venom had eyes? This guy always looks like he knows something about you. Thanos after a week in Bulgaria. This man is the highest paid actor in Hollywood. Whoever is creating White Hulk edits, stop. My mom, who has seen like 3 Marvel movies, named all of the characters. 13 children were named Thanos in 2018. Item, some sort of jewel-encrusted severed foot. The Infinity Sock. Hulk nipples glow when you pinch them. That's the Infinity Stone. Robert Downey Jr. was paid $10 million for only 8 minutes of screen time in Spider-Man Homecoming. They knew they had to kill him at that point. Who wins this fight and why? You're literally putting the God of Thunder against a guy with a sore throat in a Halloween costume. The CEO of said official trailer. Remember guys, if this video gets copyright claimed by Marvel, Ned is canonically the CEO of said Marvel. Only the worthy can lift it. Same energy, and he's wearing the same shirt. I can't. Guy takes steroids to beat up people with Frisbee. Marvel Studios plans to reveal one of its characters gay. How bizarre is it that they never even spoke to each other in Infinity War or Endgame? If Iron Man was black, who would you cast as Tony Stark? Robert Downey Jr. Peter's villain origin story in Spider-Man 4. Peter Parker who? I remember everything. She is mine now, little bitch. Darth Vader. I killed 3 planets. Thanos. I killed half the universe. Voldemort. I almost killed this kid like 7 times. A kid, really? Wow. You don't know the power of a mother's love, okay? Since Deadpool can break the 4th wall and knows our world exists, that means he's the only Marvel character that knows Stan Lee died. Captain America always looks like a bird just flew away with his hot dog. The most powerful magic users. Only one of these characters survived Thanos. Well, I could never lend this shirt to anyone. I'm fucking Robert Downey Jr. You could lend it to your wife. Who's scarier when angry? Spider-Man was literally trying to kill Green Goblin. Meanwhile, Batman was trying to take down a Redditor Twitch streamer. Chris Evans with a beard versus Chris Evans with a mustache. I'm going to let you off with a warning. Have a nice day. Versus, sir, I'm going to need you to step out of your vehicle right now. Tom Holland's new hair is reminding me of somebody that I used to know. I hope he gets paid this time. Vin Diesel was nearly fired from his role as Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy for constantly forgetting his lines. I heard he kept saying, I am family, and not Groot. Makes total sense. What if Peter took the gauntlet, snapped, and said to Tony, I just wanted to be like you, as his dying words? What if Morbius took the gauntlet, snapped, and said, it's Morbin time? Just wondering, did Marvel Studios actually inject Chris Evans with super soldier serum? Iron deficiency man. If you feel dumb, just remember Captain tried to choke a robot. I stopped caring about Marvel after Endgame. Failed as a rapper, became an Avenger. He proved it's easier to beat Thanos than Eminem. Chris Evans behind the scenes of Captain America, the first Avenger. He had to kneel on a box. My life is made. Mr. Oreo, the real life model for Rocket Raccoon, passed away this morning at the age of 10. We lost a real one today, fellas. Red or blue, become Spider-Man or 100 million. Give me the red pill if I'm Spider-Man and I rob a bank. Who is going to stop me? I'm dying at the fact that Chris Pratt isn't his son's favorite superhero. No, Tom Holland. No, not that pose. You know I had to do it to the Mr. Stark. Someone made a first-person mod for Spider-Man and I have one question. How does Peter do this every day? Deleted scenes from Endgame where War Machine goes back in time to kill baby Thanos and he looks like this. Just remembered Scarlet was the only one on set for some scenes in the airport because her character did not need CGI when the movie finished 15 minutes ago, but it's a Marvel movie. Hugh Jackman Deadpool 3 training, September to February. This should answer the question, which version of Hulk is the strongest? The choice is yours. Wake up as Batman, wake up as Iron Man. The difference how Ned's grandma reacts to Toby and Andrew is sending me. POV, you are a camera shooting a Marvel movie. Iron Man statue titled Man of Steel in Italy pays tribute to his death in Endgame. The trauma versus the therapy. 100-year-olds kept buying the wrong t-shirt size. Nobody bothered enough to tell them otherwise. Marvel fans waiting for the 20-minute long credits to finish just to watch some guy show up and say, "I'm Skippy McDippy," then cut to black. Who is winning this fight? Did you forget what Magneto's superpower is? No offense, but this is what all Marvel movies look like to me now. Stop saying he looks like Jacksepticeye. That looks like Jacksepticeye. If Thanos' snap killed 50% of life, that means that the survivors would have lost 50% of their gut biome in an instant and spent the next few months power blasting their bathrooms with diarrhea. In this essay, Marvel proved if you give the fans what they want, you can literally print money. Don't get me wrong, I like the movies, but a lot of Marvel fans should get shoved in lockers and wedgied. Marvel fans, when their parents divorce, create a multiverse of households. Imagine Thor, but like with a regular hammer. The concept art for Spider-Verse will always be top tier. Captain America was bitten by a radioactive American. Iron Man was bitten by radioactive tinfoil. Imagine if the MCU did not kill them off. Thanos would have died on the first 5 minutes. Captain America, the first Avenger, behind the scenes. Marvel sequels, no one ever gets a haircut. Okay, but can you imagine? Tony almost said fuck off to Thanos instead of "I am Iron Man" in Avengers Endgame. The Hulk is green from a potent, accidental dose of gamma rays. Actually, Bruce Banner would have died within days from organ failure. Next, you're going to tell me Santa's sleigh can't actually fly because gravity. 4-year-old Anthony Smith refused to wear his hearing aid because superheroes don't wear hearing aids. So Marvel created Blue Air, an honorary Avenger who uses his earpiece to help people in trouble. Representation matters. That belt is the strongest Avenger. How does Bruce Banner not have like 5 million stretch marks? Dermatologists hate him. They could have been the most powerful trio if Odin wasn't a shit dad. Guy Ferrari looks like he just showed up to save Hollywood from Thanos, the protector of the Flavor Stone. This man looks completely different in every picture. Can someone remind Mark Ruffalo? He is also famous. I love that the artist not only painted the helmet, but also painted the man behind the mask. Some old guy cosplayed Marvel creator Stan Lee. Then the real Stan Lee showed up. Can we all just take a moment to respect the fact that Ant-Man's stunt double is an amputee? Amputee. We are all living in 2018. Deadpool 2's marketing team is living in 3018. Benedict Cumberbatch says he will only take new projects if his female co-workers receive equal pay. He saw 14 million possible futures, and this is the one where everyone wins. I just met Captain America at Universal Studios, and right before I met him, I said, "Oh shit," and he responded with, "Language." I'm laughing. This is the weirdest, most specific comic book movie trope. They all tripped and scattered papers onto the ground, and no one helps them, and that's how they became villains. Who would you cast as live-action Gwen Stacy? Why does Peter Parker in Infinity War always look like he walked onto the wrong set and has no idea what's going on? Because I had no idea what was going on. Great work by Amazon on the description. The sequel to the first one. Tom Holland accidentally uploads entire Avengers 4 movie to Twitter. This actually stressed me out. For a second, I was like, shit, did I? I can't believe they used CGI for this scene. Frog watches Morbius trailer. I hereby sentence you to rewatch Captain Marvel. Isn't Peter Parker supposed to be a teenager? Why is he like a middle-aged man? Breaking. Twitter user discovers aging. Endgame. Fans can now rent Iron Man's cabin on Airbnb. People gonna rent this and cry while eating cheeseburgers. People is me. I'm people. Hi there. There is a guy causing a disturbance down the street. It looks like he's holding a shield, but it's probably stolen, and he claims he's Captain America. Real men don't hit you up late at night demanding photos of your naked body. Real men hit their desks with closed fists, demanding photos of Spider-Man. Either my friend is really good at Photoshop, or Ryan Reynolds broke into my apartment. Tell the cops it was Photoshop. I just realized that Thor wore Crocs to the funeral. Hey, I just got this horrifying mask at Walmart today. I could not help myself. I'm sorry. The impulse was too strong. Did you buy it with money? I did, in fact, purchase it with money. Spider-Man doesn't kill people, but he will swing one of these at your head at full force. Chris really managed to keep a straight face when doing this scene when Josh Brolin looked like this. Why do Marvel movies need 3 hours to accomplish what the Powerpuff Girls did in 11 minutes? 2 superhuman war criminals beat up Orphan with heart problems after one killed his parents. Still want to see a rematch between these two, even though Marvel nerfed the hell out of Hulk in Endgame. Breaking. Unknown actor Tom Holland has been cast as Spider-Dude in Marvel Studios' upcoming film. Marvel confirms that Rick and Morty exist within the Marvel universe. Tell me what's on your mind. Someone told Johnny Downey Jr. he needs to go put a shirt back on and finish Pirates of the Avengers 6 Infinity Pearls. This looks like Peter sent them some stupid meme and is watching their reaction. Thor is still trying to understand what a meme is, and Steve is proud he just unlocked his phone. I beg that Marvel hire actual graphic designers. I cannot do this anymore. Bro is Surgeon Unusual. Tom Holland, an RDJ really balanced a phone on a shoe to have a little photo shoot. Legends. Doctor Strange when someone's talking to him while he's doing a spell. Me, sitting in the last available seat on the subway before the pregnant woman could get to it. So, since Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse is confirmed to be the Peter from 616, and now that MCU is claiming that it is also 616, then these dumbasses are the same person. Oh no, surely I cannot be the only one who immediately thought of this. Nothing is still beating the Ant-Man posters. What Marvel opinion of yours would get you locked up like this? If Doctor Strange is a woman, but with the same personality trait, she would be hated by dude bros. 5-year-old me, creating a new element, overused kinda. Tony Stark explains to Ant-Man why he has to climb up inside of Thanos to defeat him in Endgame. Breaking. Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as Black Panther. Peter Parker in the multiverse. Doctor Strange in the multiverse. 5 minutes of work, 5 hours of video games. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Ain't no way people are believing that this is real. Logan, I need you to distract Kang. Guardians ends on a note that most of the galaxy found out about Earth music because this guy ran around space with a Walkman. There's been 6 Marvel movies since Eternals, and still nobody is talking about this thing. What is one of the film trilogy that is hands down the greatest of all time? The only right answer. Spider-Man's part-time job, when you predicted everything in the universe, but you did not predict Ant-Man going up your butt. What was the worst case of being a Marvel character, being weaker than they should have been? Me on social media, after I look good in one photo. Marvel fans when their parents' wedding tape doesn't have a post-credit scene teasing their divorce. Marvel and DC are reportedly fighting over Keanu Reeves. I feel like if the Avengers were real, we would really all hate them. The funny friend when he's left alone with his thoughts for 5 seconds. Tony Stark when his family is in danger, when his own life is in danger. They look like dads taking a selfie after dropping their kids to school. Me showing up to the Avengers headquarters, asking who the hell is going to fix my damaged roof. If you're ever feeling down, just remember that whenever baby Groot is standing on someone's shoulders, he holds onto their ear for balance. I also decided to make Iron Man spicy. One sneeze and it's Mr. Stark. What did he attach his web to? Uncle Ben. Can I get a scene in a Marvel movie where these 3 just sit and have a conversation? Marvel has announced that this is free promotion. No, bro, I just watched Avengers Endgame. Want to know a spoiler? Okay, but just one. Spill. I saw your girlfriend at the cinema with another guy. What the fuck? Trade offer. I receive that which you truly love. You receive the least helpful Infinity Stone. Tony's first time flying is pure when your temporary Spider-Man tattoo turns into a scene from Infinity War. Notification on my phone. Your card was declined at Papa John's. The guy who stole my credit card. 9 live-action Supermen. 8 live-action Batman. 3 live-action Spider-Man. But there is only 1 live-action Wolverine. Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. I'm lame compared to you guys. Stop this negative self-talk. You are amazing. Who has suffered the most? Wanda lost her Sims save file, while Thor is like 1500 years old, and he is still trying to find himself. This looks like Thor and Loki on Earth, and Thor is trying to get everyone not to kill him, while Loki is just like, I have done nothing wrong ever in my life. Critics, no, this movie doesn't have any deeper message or social commentary. It's just mindless entertainment. Audiences, yes, Thanos yeeted his daughter off a cliff to ice out his wrist. Thor Ragnarok casually glossed over the fact that the Hulk spent 2 years murdering people for sport. It be like that sometimes. Rest in peace, Doug. Do you work tonight? I'm off today and tomorrow. You want to see Spider-Man later? Like, in the theater? No, we are going to walk around the streets of New York and hope to catch him on a rooftop. I've never wanted a nightlight so much. Want. I heard you were talking shit. Friends decorate outside their house for Halloween each year. This is not okay. Since you guys asked so nicely, here is one more. This is such a strange photo. If the MCU began in 1998, this is Iron Man, Thor, and Bruce Banner. If I was new and you told me that there's a superhero who is blind and uses echolocation to fight, and one who is an adrenaline junkie who flies around using gadgets, and that one is called Batman and the other is called Daredevil, I would punch you in the face if I found out which was which. My time has come. The Avengers, now hiring. Iron Chef. There should be a Stan Lee cameo where he is a janitor and he goes into Thor's apartment, cleans around, then goes to a table with his hammer, picks it up, cleans under it, and puts it down. What in the hell? Loki and Morbius are watching their own variants in Megamind. NASA has named new constellations after the Incredible Hulk and Godzilla. Thor literally rearranged the stars for Bruce Banner. Wow. Caption this. When Chrome won't open, so you click it 1,000,000 times, then they all open at once. Remember that baby Groot was eating sweets without a care in the world as the Guardians ship was about to crash. Who is stronger, Captain Marvel versus Thanos? Saw this in theaters. During the start of this scene, someone yelled, "Girl power," and when Thanos punched her out of the movie movie, someone else shouted, "Manpower." It made being sad at the end really hard. People in the MCU. 2008. Wow, a rich billionaire in a flying metal suit. 2024. Gods are real. Aliens are real. The multiverse is breaking. Half the universe was dead for 5 years. The Earth is an egg. You can literally tell they have no idea what they're talking about. 15-year-old boy imitates 14-year-old girl on social media to attract a predator, then proceeds to attack the predator until police arrive, where he then delivers a thumb drive of all the conversations, all while wearing a Spider-Man mask. 3 different uncles at a barbecue. Cool uncle who smells like drugs and lives in the woods, but the woods are just outside town, and he works out at Planet Fitness. Uncle who you've always looked up to until you find out he's in a cult and is also homophobic, but he says he's okay with the lifestyle. Mum's brother. My 15-year-old son, during trick or treat. What is he dressed as, you ask? He is a SHIELD agent. He was not collecting candy. He was handing out cards to all the kids dressed as Marvel characters, asking them if they were interested in the Avengers Initiative. Guess the movie. Bird Box. Do you ever cry knowing that this is Rocket's handwriting? Why the hell is his third eye CGI so bad? It reminds me of this. Doctor Strange. How it started. Why'd my finger break like that? Help. How it's going. I found the best number, neighbor. Hi, number neighbor. Thank the Lord you have an iPhone. Hey, what is your name? America's ass. Haha, I love Marvel. Lol, FaceTime me. Okay. A child starts crying in public. Tries to make the child laugh. Tries to play with the child to make them calm down. Gives detailed instructions to the parents. Cries with the child. Ignores the child. Is the reason why the child is crying. Still thinking about when Jimmy Kimmel said Spider-Man, and then the camera cut to Andrew Garfield, and the crowd was silent, because they were definitely expecting Tom Holland, and then he made this face. DC versus Marvel. For those of you saying Marvel makes better movies, you are correct. They make way more movies. Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy versus all Marvel movies.